Hello, hi, I'm live. I know it's been a few days, right? Anyway, I am back, which is good, and I've got something to share. Yeah, I do. It's what do I have to share, Clara? Well, I'm going to ask a question actually, and the question is, and I know the answer to this already, but I'm just going to ask it so that I can set the scene. Has any of you ever fallen down? Like fallen down, hurt yourself, done something, slipped and hurt yourself, you know? And when you did do that, when that did happen, because that's happened to me many times, and you know, if it's not happened to you recently, cast your mind back to when it did happen. What was the very thing that you wanted to go away? Because I know for me, it was the pain. You know, I was just like, God, please take this pain away. Take the pain away. It's hurting. Take the pain away. The funny thing is that if the pain goes, or when the pain goes, because it will go, like sometimes we take matters into our own hands, we take medication and that numbs the pain. We do whatever it is we need to do to get the pain to go away. And when the pain does go, we can just carry on with life as normal because we're like, oh, pain's gone, so problem solved. Let's go. But actually, is the problem solved? Because you don't know whether that pain was just a warning sign to let you know that there's something even deeper that needs rectifying. You know, you don't know whether just because you've taken the paracetamol or the codeine or whatever it is that you're on and you can't feel the pain, you don't know whether there's something underlying that needs to be resolved. Many times, we don't want to go to the doctor because we're like, well, you know what, I'm okay, I'm fine. Going to the doctor is another additional stuff that I just don't have the time to do it. I don't have the time, I don't have the space, you know, and I'm cool, I'm okay. The limp is getting a little bit better. It's not as bad as it was yesterday. So yeah, so I'm getting better. I am okay. Now, somebody told me something once, which is the way we deal with one thing is generally the way we deal with everything else. So, you know, if you deal with one thing in that way, so if you're the kind of person like me that goes, hey, the pain has gone away, I am okay, in that situation, then, you know, you probably deal with it another way. And I want to really focus on heartbreak because, you know, when our heart is broken, the thing we want fixed is the pain. We cry out to God or whoever, or we do whatever we need to do to make that pain go away. Some of us will numb it because we're really good at numbing stuff. The beauty about us is that we've been given the ability to create. We've been given the ability to bring things forth. And sometimes we do that without even knowing. You know, we use our own internal mechanisms to make things go away. So if we're the kind of person that when we're in pain, we literally block it all out so we don't have to deal with it. And eventually the pain goes away. And we're like, oh, I'm okay. I can continue with my daily job. God wants to say to you today that it's not the pain that is the issue. It's not the pain. The issue is the break. Fix the break, then you fix the pain eventually. Sometimes you've got to go through the pain, but if you don't fix the break, what will happen is that the pain is gone, but you still got the break. Now, when we have a physical break in our body, we need a doctor to diagnose it, you know, and they need like an x-ray. They'll put an x-ray up and go, oh yeah, your leg's broken. This is what we need to do. We either need to replace it, or we need to put a peg in it, or we need to, and put you in a cast, but they need to do something to fix that break. Now, when we have heartbreak, there is only one person that can heal the break, that can fix your heart. Because as we know, if you've got something physically wrong with you, there's also something spiritually connected to that as well. So physically, you may go, oh yeah, you know, I'm out of pain. But what God's saying is that actually you have got a break. Something is not working right. Your heart is not working right. And I want to fix that for you. I want to fix your heart. I want to give you a new heart. I want to mend your heart. I want to do heart surgery on you because that's what you need. But you need to know that that's what you need. You need to open up yourself and ask God to fix your heart. And he will do it. He will fix your heart because he wants to. He wants to fix your heart. He wants to mend it. He wants to seal that hole that is in your heart. Because here's the thing. If you have heartbreak, and this is not just talking about a recent breakup, this is like all your life, you know, you have had heartbreak upon heartbreak upon heartbreak. And you have used your own mechanism to sort it out. And because you don't feel the pain, you think your heart is fixed. I'm here to tell you that your heart is not fixed. You need God to fix it, and he is ready to fix it for you. He wants to fix it for you. He is standing and asking you to call on his name and asking you to ask him to fix it. You may feel like you're okay. You might think that everything is fine. You may even have thought, oh, I've moved on from that. I'm moving into something else. You may think all of these things. But what God is telling you now is that that heart of yours is broken. And when your heart is broken, it doesn't work in the way that it needs to work. Imagine your heart with a hole. How is that going to work the way it's been designed to work? You just can't. You have just created a mechanism to get around it. But that's not what God wants from you. God wants your heart to pump in the way that he's created it to pump. God wants your heart to be displayed in the manner that the way he's created it to be displayed. Because here's the thing. If your heart is not working right, you're not able to love someone the way you need to love someone. You're not able to even connect with God the way God wants to connect with you. You're not able to see the love of God the way God wants you to see his love. All these things are not going to be possible because you've been wired incorrectly because of your heartbreak. And it's not going to be difficult to do. Ask God to fix your heart. Why? Because he loves you. Why? Because he wants to. Why? Because he's calling you. And before you can do anything that God has called you to do, he needs to fix your heart. There is no point asking God, God send me, God send me, God take me, God move me, God do this, God, God give me. There's no point asking for that if your heart is still broken. I know you've been through heartache, and I know it's difficult, and I know it's hard. It was hard for me. I didn't even know I had heartbreak. I thought I'd fixed it. I thought I was okay. I thought I was fine because I wasn't hurting anymore, and I was going around my business, doing my thing, and I was showing up, and I was being, I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. But by the grace of God, God showed me that my heart was broken, and God showed me that he was going to fix it, and he fixed it instantly. Instantly, my heart was fixed. He healed the hole. And it was a hole that had been there from a long time ago because, hey, I had worked out a way to get rid of the pain. I'd worked out a way, and I do that. I did it constantly, and it worked. But God says, you know what? For me to use you in the way that I want to use you, I want to fix your heart. So if that's you today, and you've been heartbroken at any point in your life, and you haven't gone to God to heal it, and all you've done is numb the pain, or you've just gone through the pain so that you don't feel the pain anymore, and you think that your heart has been fixed, I'm here to tell you that God wants to do a work on you. God wants to do some surgery on you, and God wants to fix your heart from all the past pains. For you to move forward into things that God has promised you, for you to move forward into your gifts, for you to move forward into desires that he has for you, he needs to fix your heart. And here's the other thing. For a long time, your heart has not been working the way it's supposed to. So when God fixes it, there's going to be things that are going to need to change because you don't know how to operate your heart the way it's been intended to operate. But I'm here to tell you that those things have fallen off you. When he fixes your heart, the manner and the way in which you used to operate, you don't need to operate that more. You can open your heart. Heartbreak is a natural process. It is not something we need to run away from. But when you are working with a whole heart, you'll be able to deal with heartbreak differently. Every day our heart gets broken. Every day there's a process. It might be through something somebody has said. It may even be through some things your children have said, your husband has said, your partner has said, your friends have said, your parents have said. It may be through all of that and your heart breaks. But then when God gives you a new heart, when God mends your heart, you're able to go through that process. And each time ask God, if there's a hole in my heart, fix it. Fix the hole. Because it is a process. Like when you fall and you feel the pain, there's a reason for you to feel the pain. Because if you did not feel the pain, you wouldn't know you've fallen. You wouldn't know there's something that needs attending. So when your heart breaks, it's just a signification, an indication that your heart needs attention. And the only person that can fix your heart is God. Don't go anywhere else to get your heart fixed. Don't go to anybody else. Don't go looking at anywhere else. Go to God. Because why? He's the one that created your heart. He's the only one that can fix it. Spiritually, he's the only one that can fix it. If you've got a physical hole in your heart, you go to a doctor. But when you've got a spiritual hole in your heart, you go to God. And ultimately, everything he fixes, whether he's done it through a doctor or he's doing it through his own divine intervention, he will fix it. So for you, if that's you today, what God is saying is he's ready to fix your heart. Just let him in. That's it for today. Till tomorrow. See you later. Bye.